Take a look at how we started out the day today under mostly cloudy skies. Now, most of the rainfall was gone as we were waking up, still lingering down near the coast, but we also had kind of this stubborn cloud deck that just would not clear away until the more midday afternoon hours finally started to see more sunshine. Now, we did see more sunshine earlier on the North Shore, and while the front did move south of the coastline, the driest of the air never really did make it very far south. We actually saw the dew points drop a little bit here in the city and then actually started to come up. This was a weak cold front, and this is why we're kind of in that transitional period as far as our severe weather goes, as the cold fronts just don't quite have that push any longer as they do into the late winter and early spring months. So we are beginning to see a little bit of a transition from our severe weather down south to shifting a little bit more to the north. Now, we did see sunshine, and again, most of our rainfall is now well off of the coast and weakening, but it's not too far offshore, and it wouldn't take much to bring some of that moisture back, and we will likely see that returning tomorrow and into the weekend. Rainfall for the month, our total is almost 4 inches. We're closing in on that, and that gives us a surplus of almost 1.5 inches. However, for the year, we are still well below normal, and we do still have a drought. Now, while tomorrow or yesterday's rainfall did help, we needed quite a bit more. If you remember back to last spring, March, April, May were incredibly wet. So far this year, the spring has been relatively dry, and April continues to that way. We did have a little bit of light rain again earlier this morning as that front continued to sink south of us, but most of our rain occurred before midnight last night. Today's high was 77 degrees, right at about average. Again, cloud cover did keep our temperatures down, and we're still under partly sunny skies, I would call it, out toward downtown. North of the lake, though, we've seen much more sunshine, 76 our current temperature. And again, the dew points, not exactly a dry air mass to speak of. We're in the 70s, low 80s outside right now, and dew points, notice, Bogalusa, Macomb, out toward Baton Rouge, 40s and 50s, so there was some dry air with this front. It just never did make it very far south. We actually saw the dew points drop briefly. These are at Kenner up into the upper 50s, and then they started to rebound back into the mid-upper 60s because the winds, while not really favoring a strong northerly direction, have been kind of all over the place, so it didn't take much to get some of that moisture return. And here's why. The upper trough that brought in the storm system, strong cold front, severe weather out to our north, really doesn't have much of a push any longer. And at the moment in the upper atmosphere, we have this west to east flow, so the front kind of stalls down to our south, and it does not take much to see those types of fronts moving back northward, and it looks like that will happen starting tomorrow. Clouds will begin increasing maybe as soon as overnight tonight, but certainly as we get into the day tomorrow, and then mostly cloudy with maybe a stray shower, keeping our rain chances on the lower side for tomorrow, and then kind of some spotty shower chances as we get into the weekend. In fact, the models are indicating kind of a weak front, maybe sending in some rainfall primarily on the North Shore later in the afternoon and evening of Saturday, and then kind of dissipating. So maybe a better chance north of the lake for rain on Saturday, and then by Sunday, this kind of stops us at noon. I do think we'll see probably a few pop-up showers, but relatively speaking, we'll stay mostly dry for the entirety of our Easter weekend. So good news, a lot of folks do picnics, Easter egg hunts. I think it'll be okay. Maybe a few stray showers, and again, maybe a better chance later in the afternoon on the North Shore Saturday. Mostly clear skies tonight, but those clouds will start working their way back in before probably daybreak tomorrow. Mild, we'll call it pleasant, with lows only in the 60s. Again, the humidity is a little bit higher. Around 80 degrees tomorrow, certainly increasing clouds, maybe a stray shower, but most of us will stay dry. A 20% chance of rain, really more south of the lake. North of the lake, you have a better chance for some of those showers in the afternoon and evening. Then some spotty rain on Sunday, continuing into Monday. Another weak front moves through by Tuesday, sending highs into the upper 70s, but then we're right back into the 80s by next Wednesday and Thursday.
All right, Chris, extremely hot outside.